This is my review on the Human Centipede movie. I regret saying I gave this a positive review in my past video when I reviewed it last time. I regret doing that. Because the more I'm thinking about it, I think this is a stupid movie. Okay, this movie is, it's hard to explain. Okay, you know how the movie Cabin in the Woods from 2011 or 2010, it came out from the 2010s era. But you know how Cabin in the Woods never knew what kind of horror movie it wanted to take inspiration from? It didn't even want to take the concept seriously or decide to poke fun of the horror genre, so it tries to do all of the above. That's what the Human Centipede 1 is, in a nutshell. It doesn't know if it wants to be serious or funny and silly. Because I'll wonder what you have once it gets to the Human Centipede. You basically have the mad scientist. I'm going to call him a mad scientist because he's the one that came up with the concept of because that's what he actually is, a mad scientist. That is a doctor, that is a cuckoo, who came up with this fruitcake of a nut job idea to experiment on 3 people and sew their ass and faces to the rear end of the opposite people, while the face is in front. Just take 3 people and, you know, once it gets to that, like the Human Centipede part of once the doctor already operates on the thing and makes the victims into human centipedes, the film loses its dread for me. And it loses its investment and being scary. See, here's what it should have done. It should have ended once the doctor already, I don't understand why is this movie, it feels like filler after a certain point. Is what I'm trying to say. Once it gets to the Human Centipede part, there's nothing scary about because he's treating like as a dog. And instructing them like they're dogs. And trying to make them obedient like dogs. That's how he communicates to them. And that's how he treats them. Once he experiments on them and makes them all as one, a human centipede. It's like, is this supposed to be funny or scary? I don't know. And frankly, I gave up at that point. And now, that's when and guess what, get this. When we get to the Human Centipede, it's later in the film. The rest of the film is just a road trip movie that goes horribly wrong. And these 2 girls basically end up at this guy's house who has this other guy at the house. And who's going to like experiment on 3 of them and make them part of the Human Centipede. And works. And before it got to the human centipede, the film was actually very scary and kept me engaged. But then once it, I don't know why, once it got to the human centipede, I felt like you could have ended it there. But no, it just kept on going, the film. It's like, no, we already got to the end. We got to the point. Now you're wasting everybody's time. The victims have lost. The movie should be over. Done. Period. They have met their fate, which was the human centipede. So why are you still filming it? More footage is going on in the movie. It's like, what's the point? What's the point of this? Other than to drive me mental. My God, it gets boring once it gets to this point. And stupid. Like Lady in the Water, stupid and boring. That M. Night Shyamalan movie that he did from 2000s era. When he started to really suck and people started realized him and waking up how much he sucked. That is what I think of the Human Centipede 1. First sequence is called. Unrated cut and the theatrical cut. I give a 0 out of 10. I feel good talking about all of that, getting that all off my system, and talking all of those problems I had with the film that was killing the buzz for me. This is stupid of a movie. This horror movie sucks. What's the point of this movie? Other than to waste my fucking time. Sort of like the movie Cabin in the Woods, but that's another video. Okay, like this video, please hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and click on subscribe, and then click on the bell to get notified and subscribe to me. Get notified for my uploads. And yeah, goodbye.